Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dietitian Life. I'm back. Peta's happy because now she doesn't have to make any decisions. No.
No, you should have seen my Dietitian Life without you. It was like I just kept sort of like trying to find you here.
What, you were talking to me?
Yeah, I just kept petting you.
You...
I really did. Don't you remember?
Wow, okay. All right. So, since I've been away and only got back at 5:30 a.m. this morning, Peta, you're going to go over your week.
Yes. So last week was good. We've got bulk job applications floating about. So there's been lots of interviews, which has been really exciting. So again, reinforcing. So we've got Hervey Bay, we've got Mackay, Canberra, Melbourne, Albury, Hobart. That's it.
You said Canberra, Central Coast. Did you say Central Coast?
No, I didn't actually.
Canberra, Central Coast,
yeah.
Hobart, Mackay, and then the others.
Yeah, Melbourne. There's so many. So
6 or 7 positions.
So if you haven't applied for one and you want to come and work for us, please do. We've been getting so many applications, which is really, really exciting. So busy interviewing and coordinating that last week.
And that doesn't matter if you're a new graduating in this year either. Like a lot of the positions are immediate start, but if the right person comes along that's graduating at the end of the year, we're happy to wait. So don't let that stop you.
No, that's right.
Anyway, you go.
I can't even think. Can you just you talk about your trip?
Okay, so I was away, self-imposed, kind of trying to have a break, but me in my fashion, for the most part, I didn't really. I did not do as much. That is 100% certain. Peta handled the ship, steered the ship, and then the last 3 days were kind of my big days off while I was in San Diego. My whole trip was kind of positioned around going to San Diego, but it was way too expensive for me to stay there for the whole 3 weeks. So I had 3 days there, and I told Peta and the team that I was going dark for 3 days to kind of really try and stop myself from working. I didn't make it the whole 3 days, and I did write a couple of things on LinkedIn as well because the mood struck me. But I guess me talking about that and the purpose for it is everyone always talks about having time off and that you need to have time off and all that, but I don't really agree, to be honest, unless you really aren't enjoying or just you need it for your own personal space. But I think you just need to be aware of who you are and what you need at different times. I know throughout the year at different times I've said to Peta and others in the team that I just need the arvo off or I just need a day off, and then I take it. And so, call it mental health or whatever else, but I think it's just more, well, it probably is mental health. Shit just builds up, and then you've got too much shit going through your mind. And because our organisation is ridiculous now, there's so much to think about on a constant and day basis, and I'm sure Peta got to experience some of that while I was away. So people think you should have time off, and I think can be really useful at times, but for me, 3 weeks is way too much, and that's why I did work anyway, because I enjoy it. I love it. And like Peta just said, you look sprightly. I came in and I just got off an 18-hour flight, got in at 5:30 a.m. and I'm just keen to get back to work. And I was so excited. Like I had a blank page of to-do list when I went home, and then I started writing in the next 2 weeks and got it here ready because Peta's going to download. We've done this before, she didn't download it to me yet, about what I need to do and get sorted and what's been happening over the last 3 weeks. So,
and I've already spoken about it on previous Dietitian Life about what's been happening, and there is just so many things. It's like next level at the moment, and pretty much last week and really the last 3 weeks that you've been away has just been communicating with everybody, really. Most people within the team, and like I said to Tyson yesterday actually before he came home, was how awesome it actually is to see everybody just do their own thing, and that, to be honest, they really don't need you or I kind of to do it, because they've gotten to a point where they actually just know what they're doing. And for the most part, it's just them double checking. And I don't know whether that's because they've gotten to a point where they actually are quite confident, and that might have been that we built them up there, or they actually already had the potential, which I'm guaranteed that they actually do. But then just given the opportunity to do so. And obviously then me stepping in, having some sort of an idea, but trusting that those people make the decisions. If they really actually have a burning question, then that's what we're here for. So it was just really a lot of that in the last 3 weeks. There is still, heaps of negotiations for contracts and stuff, and it was interesting. You would think towards the end of the year that everything would be shutting down, but it's like it's firing up. So that's exciting. And then obviously with all of our jobs as well, it's good to kind of see all the new graduates that are really keen to come and work for us. And this is probably going to be the most challenging over the next few weeks, is actually deciding who out of the lot are going to integrate. And we spend so much time with the people in our company, and we want to make sure that they actually do want to work for us. And we have a lot of people that have been with the company for a very long time, since the beginning as well, and then a lot that obviously haven't. So we spent a lot of time reflecting what we could have done differently, who we should hire, some of the skills, some of the questions that we should ask, because it's really hard to know somebody in that little short 30-minute, not even sometimes, interview. So that's probably been plaguing a lot of my thoughts over the last couple of weeks as I've been seeing them through. But I guess that's probably been my last week. My clinics have been really cool. I've been getting heaps of, I always say crazy, but really they are crazy. And when I do talk about
complex,
the type of clients that I see, just crazy conditions that are unusual and really challenging, I suppose. So heaps of skin and allergy issues lately, which has been really interesting and complex. Lots of IgE-mediated allergy, which is really cool as well. So they've been bolstering up, and I think it's probably because all of the marketing that we've been doing around that as well has probably been helping. So if any of you particularly have any interests, like we've spoken about, and then you also have the skills to deliver on that, maybe if you're not getting those clients through, really stepping back and having a think about your marketing strategies and how you're actually reaching that clientele, because it makes a huge difference, definitely. So,
What have you struggled with while I've been away?
Having you not been there to talk to. That's pretty much it. For the most part, it's just been having someone to not complain about, but just kind of offload a little bit. So obviously I've just been kind of keeping it to myself for the most part. And then instead of just going to you and asking you a question, it's just been, well, I actually know the answer, just deal with it. And I suppose prioritising tasks and making sure I'm getting my own things done as well, which really, it has not happened over the last 4 weeks. So probably just getting behind because I don't work enough hours in the clinic, and most of it has been at home, particularly catching up in the backlog, which has been absolutely fine. It's just come in waves. So mostly my confidant I've struggled the most with, and then on top of that, it's just my own work, because it's not a priority.
Just workload.
Yeah.
So the amount of work, and then not having a balanced person, basically.
That's it.
It's good.
The rest has been fine.
Good. Good.
So, what did you struggle with whilst you were away?
Well, I actually had a conversation because I met a couple of dietitians while I was over there.
Yeah, you met Cara. Tell everyone.
So I met Cara in New York on like my 4th day in. We basically just talked. Cara Landau, hope I said her name right. Sorry, Cara. Just about her Uplift food, her experience in America. We talked a lot about back home here. Talked a little bit about H.A.E.S movement. Talked about support through our organisations back here versus the people over there. She's saying that over there they're often a lot more supportive. yeah, of her as well. She's found it really nice. That yeah, they've just adapted her as kind of one of their own and are really like kind of cheerleaders for her rather than kind of not so much.
So why is she actually living over there? Why didn't she stay in Australia? What's the...
Because of the potential. The potential over there is ridiculous.
So we should all move to America?
No, well, if you want to, you're not going to be able to practice as a dietitian, other than if you know, the other dietitian that I saw who works for Team USA in the Paralympic squad across 26 teams. 26. But yeah, no, I don't think we should all move over there. I think it was just for her purpose, give a product, trying to launch that. There's incubators and a lot of startup shit, and you can get a lot more funding and venture capital and angel investors and all of that. So we just talked about her and her plans and how she's been going and everything. And what was really annoying is that I asked her where to meet her, and then she started directing me. They really love the whole Southeast West Street on 5th. Just like, no, just tell me what the cafe name is and I'll put it into Google and I'll be sweet.
Yeah, I hear that on the movies all the time. You're like...
And she did it three different times. Like, no, just tell me the name of it. She's like, oh, well, I don't know the name of it, but I know it's on the corner. And I was like, oh my God. And it's so confusing. And I eventually got there, but...
It would have been like me trying to give you directions.
Shit.
Just go up or down East Street.
Yeah. Just go to south to Townsville, Tyson. She doesn't even know that that's north. So yeah, that was just a random thing. Other than that, I saw another sports dietitian, Liz Broad. She's the Team USA Paralympic team sports dietitian. She's like a powerhouse. I actually did my ISAC qualifications under her prior to me doing a dietetics degree. And she's just a really nice person. Talked about her struggles over there. She found out about what we've been doing here. She's a little bit disconnected around what we do, but it was good to kind of share that. And we talked about some different things, including H.A.E.S, health every size type stuff as well.
Getting some decent perspective on that, hey Tyson?
There's a lot of perspective that is not shared, and I guess I'll lead into that is that, I also did that H.A.E.S IGTV rant, which has had a little bit of engagement.
The Fionas.
Yes.
Hey there.
So there has been some, negativity around what I said. However, there's been a lot of private positivity around it, thanking for the, honesty, because a lot of people feel afraid to voice their honesty around it because of the emotion that some people have around that approach. And I honestly think it's just separating the complete, all of dietetics, I think is wrong. And it's just causing, a huge riff. And I don't think for us to move forward as a profession, that is the right thing. And
I think it's part of it in the fact that the wellness industry and the influencers and all the Instagrammers at the moment are approaching... They are using intuitive eating in completely the wrong context and with no back skill, no knowledge, and you need to be careful of that. And particularly as dietitians are kind of doing that, you've also then got this interplay of all of those social bloggers out there
doing body positivity bullshit, and then they're still
completely no idea.
A fit girl who's making money off their ass, but they're now going towards this. I love your own body, but anyway. By the by, we'll do a massive H.A.E.S thing on that. We'll have a lot of rants on that, and I'm sure people will have both mixed emotions around what we say, but we'll try and create a measured approach to it. We always say, we are not one way or the other. We are both, always. So, that's my 2 cents on that. But that's pretty much it. Done. See you next week. I am going to absolutely smash work, and I'm so keen.